Hello, welcome to May. It's May 1st and it's actually like, what time is it now? 4 o'clock? I forgot to bring my camera today on all the last runs, but I went out with Sammy and we went to get a few other things for the moment. I realized I forgot to get a shower curtain. That's important. We stopped at a few stores and then I went to my parents to clean up the free microwave I got and test it. It works and now it's clean and nice, as well as pack up my car with stuff that I had over there, like from my grandma. So my car is packed, already ready to go for the first one. We have to finish packing up my bathroom and my kitchen, but this room is packed. I do have to take this stuff down still. That's on the task today. I made a to-do list of all the things I need to do, and I feel like I've been out and doing stuff, but I've only checked off 3 things. Anyway, it's fine. But we do have to work in the morning tomorrow. We're doing a half day, and then we get to go to the new place and start moving in. Ian will help me, and then Sammy will help after she gets off work, so it'll be nice to have some other hands, because it's a lot of stuff. Excited. I'm nervous because, you know, I haven't actually walked through this place. I've only gotten to do virtual tour, basically, so yeah, it's a little nerve-wracking, but we've finished a lot of stuff today, and we're gonna finish packing and hang out online, but that's what it is. We're gonna pack up the bathroom now, probably. I think bathroom and then kitchen. Good plan, good plan, good job me. Hello everyone to the new place. It's May 4th right now. We're still moving in and unpacking and getting things together. You can still hear how echoey it probably is in this room, but I just wanted to take a little break. I just had some dinner. I have books, even though I just moved books, but I just wanted to show off because of the pre-order Easter egg hunt. So I just wanted to show I got 2 of the pre-orders that I won for my Easter egg hunt. So we got Bravely by Maggie Stiefvater, which is a Brave continuation, and I'm very excited to read this, as well as The Murder of Mr. Wickham, which is exciting, and a little Pride and Prejudice. Both of these are extensions of stories we know and love, so there's that. But I also got in the mail my next set of the adult Fairy Loot box. Let's see what it is. I have no idea even what the theme is for this. What's our theme? Divine Power. Oh, I'm so excited. I just saw what the book is. Good, this is on my TBR. I didn't know this was adult, guys. Oh, it's a chunk. I can't get it out, it's so chunky. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. They did a white cover. It's The City of Dusk by Tara Sim. Oh, I'm so excited. This is one I wanted to pre-order but didn't get to. Oh! And we've got black stenciled edges, or not stenciled, but sprayed edges here. We've got these great end pages. It is signed. I don't think I've actually read anything by Tara Sim yet. Got some nice maps going on in here. Oh boy! Oh, I'm so happy. Ooh, what's the back cover? Got anything on that? No, nothing on the back cover. Okay. Baby is 548 pages. The original cover, I believe, is like all black, blacky gray. So I definitely like this contrast. But you know me. I'm a sucker for some foil. I have no idea what the next theme is, but so far, 2 good additions. I mean, they've actually both been this black and white and gold theme. Atlas 6 was also that. So we'll see how fast I can get to this one, because I'm trying to prioritize reading the books that come in subscription boxes and stuff, and, you know, new releases and things. But yeah. Don't have my shelves set up yet, so I can't put them anywhere. But yeah, I'm gonna continue with my unpack, but that was my little break to do that. Woo! Hello, it is May 6th. May 6th. We're gonna go watch Quinn have his very, very first taste of ice cream. But it's my boy! Hi, my boy! I know, baby. Hello, my baby. Hello. Yes, I love you too. I love you so much. Come here. Yeah, it's fine. Hi, my baby. It's okay. I know. Come here. Come here. Come here. I know. I know. Oh. Yeah. Hi, Bubba. Hello. It's my boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Hi, Bubba. Scrumptious. Let's see if I can eat anything.
It's stuck in there. Ah, there.
Stab it.
You just want to mash it.
Wow. Paparazzi all here. That's the game.
It's like Play-Doh. It's not for coloring.
Good thumb.
This is what ice cream's for, right?
Yeah.
Wait, maybe? Nah. Do it again. Who needs spoons? Let's go. But I like it.
Baby. He looks so mad about it.
Where's Mama does ice cream? Yeah.
Sorry, Mama.
Yeah.
Took a little time.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Naomi?
This might
want
solve
some,
our
Mom?
falling asleep on the ride home.
Yeah.
We tried them all. Now he's like, I never saw my. Oh God.
See, we just
Oh, we figured it out.
You want
Yay!
some of the berry? Berry?
Shut up, Mom, I'm eating.
That is pretty funny.
So yes, Quinn had his first taste of ice cream, but also that was my first indulgence in sugar since my surgery. And while it was freaking delicious, like the ice cream I chose to have was a chocolate marshmallow thing. It was delicious. My body is so angry at me right now. It is not happy with me. I thought, like, they tell you when you do the surgery that like you can eventually eat anything, just, you know, it's your portions and it's, you know, focusing on protein and stuff. So I am allowed to do these things and eat food that I normally would eat. It's just not smart for me to do, but you know, once in a while. And so this is the first time in 8 months since I've consumed actual like junk food. So this was an experiment and it was a mistake. I might just not be able to really handle sugar much anymore. Sugar, and it might have also been the dairy part. But my stomach is very upset with me. It's not happy at all. So it was still like worth it, but you know, yeah, still moving, by the way. I know it's weird, I'm gonna have 2 vlogs, so you're gonna see like the same shots in 2 different vlogs, but there you go. Yeah, we just built a table. Whoa, cool. Before I go to bed, I'm gonna see if this Ethernet cord is long enough for where I needed to go. But Hala's been taking care of the stream tonight. You can kind of hear her on my phone. I'm listening to her stream alone without me. What did I just do? I don't know. Yeah, because I don't have internet yet, but I have data. So, okay. I'm gonna measure this and hopefully this is long enough, and if not I have to get a longer cord. But okay, good night. Hello. It is May 7th. I'm with my mother. We're about to enter a dangerous store. Not for me, but her. You know how it is with me
Now you're starting to shake.
in a bookstore? Well, we're about to be at a garden center.
And we don't
Restraint.
We don't have the truck.
We don't have the truck. Okay, you can get one.
Can I get one?
One. You can get one thing. One thing. For every plant she buys, I get a book. We're in danger. I've lost my mother. Oh, there she is. Okay, she doesn't have a plant. We're okay. Thanks.
Are those all right?
We're fine.
Did we go to
Stuff.
plants? Is this way?
Look.
Spray bottles, simple drinks, Swiffer, broom, trash cans. Plants.
Nope, that wasn't on the list. I don't think it was. I don't think that was on the list.
The leaves of the plant.
Get her go. Oh boy. Yeah, I just take something like this. Where's she gonna get?
Fuzzy little.
They look like caterpillars.
I know.
I'm just gonna stand here and let her do whatever. Look at the pansies. Oh Lord. What? Want some maters? We're gonna be here a while. See, I need this, and I need this, and these. I'm all about the decor, less so about the live plants that I would definitely kill. I do love little fairy garden things. Oh my god. I do need to create my book nook, and I would be using a lot of things like this for the book nook that I want to use, like these little trees and things. Oh my gosh. I want a frog. I have a frog. They're all cute. A unicorn. Like that. Also cute. I like these little things. Don't tell Lucy and Pi, but we're going to PetSmart right now, and there is puppy adoption day. So, oh my god, there's cute puppies. Oh my god. I want a cute puppy. I mean, I have
Better
two.
than the ugly ones. The ugly ones. No
Look
such
at the
thing.
babies.
No such thing.
Oh, look at the babies. Look how cute we are. Well, one of them looks like a baby at right.
Yeah.
The babies. Oh my god. Hi. Hi. Hi, baby.
Like Foley's.
Hello, baby. Bandit was a husky.
Oh, it was a mix, but very.
Bandit was a pure husky. Hi. Hello, babies. Oh. Oh, baby. Hi. Oh, yeah. You want you on my thumb? Yeah. Oh. You're so cute. Oh, we hold the hand, too. Mommy, we hold the hand.
I know.
Hi, baby. Oh, yeah. You want you on my finger? You want you on my finger? Oh my god. Okay. Okay. So we're getting them, right? Right? Okay. Everybody comes home with me. On a whim. We have done that. Anyway, hello.
Good puppy.
Okay, so now we've been to Danger Store for her. We've been to PetSmart, which is also a danger store for me.
Walked with the puppy, man.
I was going to take it. And now we're going to another danger store. Target. Which is a danger to most women.
Really,
everywhere.
all I needed was potatoes, but I don't want to go to King Soopers. Is that wrong? I'm like, they have potatoes here, but
It is. They have other stuff. They have
what else do
plants
they have?
and they have
They have
books.
plants. They have
Yep. They have what? They have
Plants.
What? And what?
bananas,
And what?
grapes,
Huh?
milk, butter, eggs.
Literature.
Yes, when I think of fine literature,
I
go
think
to
Target. You feel better? Pi, it's your turn. It's your turn.
I think I'm gonna need a knife and fork to this down.
You have to rub on every single rug in this house. It's very important. What? Okay, bye-bye. Your turn? You ready for bath? Okay, let's go. And now she's done. Oh, we're gonna go into bed and do it? Okay. Let's get our bed nice and wet.
What?
Get it off, get it off, get it off.
Totally done with you. Look at the other one.
Are you mad at me now?
I'm not coming in.
Are you mad? Are you mad at me? Lucy? I know, I usually take you for walks. This time it was baths. Hi, are you mad? Pipe, are you mad? Get off. Ooh, I don't want to be clean. I'm thoroughly wet now though, so that's fun. I've spotted it again. Ta-da-da! Hi. Are you used to this yet?
No.
How you doing?
Doing good.
Good.
It's an ordeal and a half getting here.
Yeah?
There was like 3 crashes on the highway, and
Eee.
Google had me going like
All the way
stretch of
around.
country road, and I got stuck behind a water truck that had to stop at every train stop.
Of course.
So,
H more time.
yay.
Can't film inside, but H more time. Good morning, everybody. It is May 8th. It is Mother's Day, so we are about to go to breakfast with my mum. And I have my new dress on. I don't know if you guys can fully see my cute, very swooshy, good swoosh factor. But I wanted to look cute, you know. I wanted to breakfast, celebrating my mum. And then we do have to work for a few hours today. And then we're gonna do the bookshelves. It's time. Yeah, here we go. Let's go have breakfast with my mom. All right, so here we are at the cozy cottage. I think I'm the first one here. Little breakfast, lunch, brunchy place. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Well, good morning. Hi. How you doing, buddy? Hi. Do you have a banana?
Jealous.
I am jealous, although I did have a banana as well today.
We only have some crackers.
What?
Peel. It's just the peel.
Boop, boop. Yeah? Yep, that's the peel.
Good idea.
What are you doing? Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to eat the peel.
Could also always go with one of theirs.
Yeah, you can just put that over there. Okay.
Yeah, I got it. You're right. It's trash. There.
Ow. Ah. Yeah. Good stuff. Hello, we are home from all of that, and sorry, I'm just like getting used to lighting and stuff here. Yeah, I've changed into more comfy clothes, though the dress is super cute on me. Anyway, we're gonna work for a little bit. I need to get finish some hours in, and then we're going to start the bookshelves. And we're also going to see how well the laundromat here situation is. So I'm gonna simultaneously do some laundry while we work. Yeah. Hello. Weird angle, but this is what we get right now. It is May 8th, and I am working on my bookshelves right now. But I just finished listening to a book that's up there. Hold on. This heckin' chunk of a book, 1,007 page bastard. Oh, that would have helped. Ooh, okay, anyway. So anyway, Brandon Sanderson, Way of Kings. This is one of the 22 books of 2022 I needed to read via fees, all stuff. I started reading this in April, just at the end of April. I knew I wasn't going to finish it at all because this is a 46-hour audiobook, and I finally have finished it. It took me a long time to get into this one. Not gonna lie, it's not my favorite Sanderson book. However, I still really liked it. I definitely still preferred Skyward as the best one, and then I like Mistborn, and then I like this. But small amounts of differences. The only thing is this It is massive, and I don't know if it, well, I guess it did need to be. I loved the twists and turns at the end of this. That was just like, whoa, whoa, another one, another one, another one. I was very confused. You needed a lot of brain power starting this book, I'm not gonna lie. And I didn't care about a lot of the characters in the beginning, and some through, like, what is it, Dalinar or is it Galinar? I couldn't oh, wait, no, it's Kaladin, okay. Where's Dalinar? Dalinar, it's Dalinar, and then there's a Gavilar. That's why I was confused. Dalinar, I didn't care about him and their story. It took me a while to care about Kaladin. I liked Shallan and Yasna's the best. And I also like the interludes with Zeth. I think it's Zeth, I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to understand the audiobook, but I think it's Zeth. I liked their stories the most. They compelled me the most. So part 2, because there's like 5 parts to this book, part 2 was the hardest for me to get through because I just wasn't connecting with the story at all. I didn't care about either of them because the parts are divided into different characters, and so Shallan is part of the first part as well as Kaladin, but then the second part has Kaladin and Dalinar, and then the third part we bring back Shallan's story. So, but by that time in part, I don't think I got into this book until around part 3. Sorry, people are talking to me. But it took me a while to get into this. It's a tome of a book. The next one's even longer, but we did it. We did this one for 2022. Yeah, it's not for everybody, but if you like epic high fantasies, you will probably like this book. It's got a lot going on. It's got a lot of characters, a lot of side plots and mysteries trying to figure out who done it, but also why are we here? What's happening to this character? Why are they like this? There's a lot of questions that get asked in this book, and then by the last like hour of reading it, you're like, oh, that's the twist. Oh, that's the twist. But what does that mean? Also, Syl. Syl is probably my favorite character. And she is a Sprin, which is kind of this weird spirity thing, but I think I like Syl the best. But there you go. That's the first book I finished in May. Oh, but I've been moving, so I have to give myself, you know, time and a little bit of slack because A, this was a giant book and I just have not had time to sit down and physically read because I've been unpacking and we're working on organization. And I still have to organize all these, but they're unpacked and there's no more, there's a few more boxes, but no more boxes of books in this place. So, hey. Hello everybody. It is May 11th right now, and I have just finished listening to The Haunting of Hill House. This was the classic of the month. It's kind of a more modern classic since it was like 1959, but you know what, whatever, it's classic. It's kind of funny, I've actually read my largest book on the TBR and now my shortest book on the TBR. Just kind of happened that way. So I honestly, well, one fun thing about this is I have not seen the show that a lot of people love. I didn't realize though that the old movie from the 90s, I think it was the 90s or maybe like early 2000s, The Haunting with Catherine Zeta-Jones and Owen Wilson and Liam Neeson, and I did not know that was The Haunting of Hill House. I thought it was just, you know, a haunting movie. It definitely took a lot of liberties because they modernized it and did a lot of different things, especially making it much more horrific. This is more of a gothic, not really a horror. There wasn't actually a whole lot of supernatural stuff going on. There was a little bit, but overall it was kind of more just the descent of Eleanor's mental health, but not in a very obvious way, if that makes sense. If you've read it, you know. And I don't know, I'm giving it 3 stars. It wasn't terrible. I was interested in it, but I kept like waiting for something to happen, and I really feel like the the wife character of the doctor coming in at the end was like wholly unnecessary. Like, they didn't really add anything except annoyance to this entire book. So I don't know. There's a weird stuff on my lens. Oh, I gotta clean this lens, baby. But anyway, so yeah, Haunting of Hill House. I've done the classic for the month. Now I move on to 2 books that are not on the TBR because they dropped in my Libby app and I want to read them. But, you know, it's fine. We will get to them. Yeah, okay. I have to do a lot of stuff now. My house is still not together, but I also have other things I need to get done. So we're gonna go do that. Bye. The shelves are decorated. I also added, oh gosh, this camera's really bad. Some of my guys. Look who's back. This is for the OG fans. OG Nippon Q fans. Look who it is. Pierre is not here because I did give Pierre to my nephew. But he is well loved, so it's okay. Yeah, they're here, they're decorated, they look good. Yeah, we did it. I still have some other things to hang up on the walls, but I have run out of the hangy strippy things, so we will have to pick some of that up probably tomorrow so we can really finish decorating this apartment and just getting it done. I want to get it done so bad. But it is now just past 9:30 and I think we're going to just do some reading in bed, and yeah, I think that's our optimal plan. But yay, got a lot of the little boxes are done, so I only really have like this big box of art left to, oh no, I just realized I have a whole other box of Nicky Knacks. Pause. Okay, I remedied that. Added a few things. Not a whole lot. It wasn't a whole lot. Some of it is going to go in the other room. Now the shelves are done, so not very accurate on the little Zuby thing project I was trying to make look cool and probably failed at miserably, but whatever, it's fine. Okay, now it is 9:45, so that just took a few more minutes to complete, but we can now film in this room, even with the rest of the crap. We can do filming. I have a backdrop. I have 3 backdrops. Aha! So much space to just spin around and fall. Only a little dizzy there, but yeah, there we go. We've done it. Oh my god. Still have all these little weird things to do, but yay! Okay, good night. It's May 12th right now. I have finally finished moving in to my living room, at least. The living room is complete, and bonus dining room is complete. Yay! We did it. It's 11 days later. I mean, I'm not fully done yet. I still have to finish stuff in my room, in the bathroom, a little bit in the kitchen. Kitchen's almost done. That's the next like check mark there. So hopefully tomorrow after work I will get it all done and we'll do the actual final beautiful reveal with close-ups and montage and everything that I hope to do. But yeah, look at it. It's a functional living room. Isn't it great? It's so pretty. I still need to kind of figure out an alignment, especially for like the puppets and stuff, because that shelf will be growing immensely throughout the year. So we will figure that out, but yeah, these are the last of the boxes to take out. There's no more boxes. All boxes are done. So I don't know how I also feel about my alignment with certain things, because I would like it all to have like one vibe, but I'm not one vibe, so we're going with it. So we've got like, we go from spooky to artsy to Japan, nature, nerd. Even though that's the least nerdy of all my stuff, because I wanted to keep most of the nerd things in my bedroom, but it's Caraval, but it's the most abstract of the puzzles that I've done. But yeah, and we've kind of got more springy vibes, even though I've got my little ring up there. We do have some fall vibes here. We just, you know, I can't decide what I am as a person, as my vibe, as my season. I did update the TBR game to have this little guy around it because I wasn't sure what to do with it, because I used like that one for that shelf, which used to be over my bed. I used the other second one of this one over my bed. So, you know, but we've got a lot of new friends. I also, like, I already did some filmy close-ups of all of this, but I'm probably gonna have to redo them. So I don't know if you guys will see the original ones, but I've forgotten like an entire box of stuff. I think I filmed that, but like I didn't even put my little IKEA chairs, and like it's important, and my moss balls. My moss balls. Very important to have. I wanted the moss balls to be on the chairs, but they're a little too big for that, so that went out the window. But now we have a spot for dogs as well. And eventually we'll have a spot for birds, because I've already set things in motion for burbs. I'm excited. We'll see what happens with that. I don't want to go crazy, but I do have now all of this to do, but it is bedtime. Hi, good morning. Good sir. Yes, we're very comfortable. I'm glad you have such nice comfort in your new home. Everybody meets Deed. Yeah. We'll become fast friends. Oh. The hell?
It's pretty lazy hunter, honestly. I can't quite get him to chase it. He's like, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, keep putting it over here. I don't want to leave my luxury though.
Yeah, move.
Hello everybody, it is May 13th, it's Friday the 13th, and we're streaming right now, but I just finished listening to the Bone Spindle, which was not on the TBR, but it did drop in my app. And I went into this kind of with like mediocre expectations, because it's a Sleeping Beauty retelling, and I wasn't expecting, you know, to be blown away by it, but boy was I. I really enjoyed this. It's a gender bent Sleeping Beauty retelling, and there's also a female romance. So there's a female romance with this character. This one is a hetero romance, but they're like rivals turned best friends, and I like that a lot. So this was great. It was just such a pleasant surprise for what I was kind of expecting from it. And it had really fun world building. It had really fun scenes, a very adventure, very Indiana Jones meets Sleeping Beauty. And I thoroughly enjoyed this, because we kind of, I love both of these characters so much. So this is Fee, this is Shane. Fee is kind of the smart one, the bookish one, and Shane is the, I have an axe and I will use it one. So, and then we have Briar Rose, who is the prince under the curse, and we have Red, who's kind of the mysterious witch woman. And I liked all these characters, like even with the twist in the end, which I kind of saw coming, but overall, like, I don't really have complaints about this. This was just a really fun time. And there's a sequel, because I believe this is a duology, so the sequel is called The Severed Thread. It does not come out till next year, and I don't know how I'm supposed to wait for it, but I thoroughly enjoyed this, like a whole lot. And it just kind of like really exceeded expectations, and I'm very happy to say that. So I'm thrilled by this one. Read it. Anyway, hi. It's, what's today, 14th? Yes. 14th, May 14th. Hello, I'm with Ian. I'm at Ian's place.
Yeah.
We just spent 4 hours watching Eurovision.
Yeah, we did.
I forgot to bring my camera in, so I didn't get to film anything. But yay! Successful.
Ukraine won.
Ukraine!
Slava Ukraini.
With the bomb-ass flute, like, flute, anytime there's like a rock flute situation going on, you get my vote.
Second place UK after 0 points last year.
Third place Spain. Spain's was so good. Oh. I am really upset that like Norway and Moldova didn't get as many points as they should have. And same with France.
I am
France was
shocked
robbed.
and appalled
France
by
was robbed.
And there was
And Iceland was robbed. They were robbed. Those were excellent performances and they were robbed. And I'm mad about it. Yeah. Thanks for giving me my first real Eurovision experience.
Yeah.
I've only ever seen like clips of Eurovision.
Maybe next year we'll have time to watch the semis.
Yeah, yeah. I hope so, then I can get the real full experience
Oh, yeah.
of Eurovision. Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Well, now I'm gonna drive home. Hopefully there's not as many accidents on the way down as there were coming up. We'll find out what Google Maps says. All right, bye. Hello everybody, May 14th. We have finally finished reading Half Wild. I don't even know when I started this book. It took me a bit to find my TBR books, I remember that. So it's definitely been a long time to finish it. I have dogs here. So this is the second book in Half Bad by Sally Green. Are you okay, honey? She's like gone a little crazy. We just came out from a little trip outside, but she does not. There are certain treats I bought that freak her the hell out, so we're not having those. Yeah, we're okay. You want to talk about Half Wild? You want to talk about the book I read? Okay. Yeah, so Half Wild. I remember really liking the first book. The first book I listened to on audiobook. This one I had to physically read. Oh, what? Come here. What's the matter? What? Okay. You want to tell them about Half Wild? What do you think of the story? What are you doing? What's going on? What is happening here? I don't know what's going on with these dogs. Okay. But anyway, I don't want to give away, you know, spoilers if you haven't read Half Bad or anything. There are a lot of points of this that I like. There are some points that I don't like. I like the ending because, I'm gonna be real, I do not care for Annalise. I haven't cared for her. I like Gabriel. I want Gabriel to win. There's a bit of a love triangle situation happening, but the best part about this love triangle, which is normally not a trope I enjoy, is that so our main character, without like confirming anything, basically is bisexual because he definitely feels an attraction to Gabriel and he says he's in love with Annalise. But with Gabriel's character, Gabriel first and foremost is a friend, and even though he has admitted that he has, you know, very strong feelings for Nathan and stuff, no matter what happens, Gabriel's like, I will always be here for you, no matter what. And I mean, it's part of his point in that, like, he knows, like, Annalise is not going to stick around. He knows this, and Gabriel will be here for him. Even if Nathan never reciprocates or anything, Gabriel's going to be there. And that's a really solid foundation for not only, obviously, their friendship, but for them potentially becoming romantic. I don't know how we're gonna go with this third book. Honestly, this is one of those love triangles that, like, I don't know where Sally Green is going with this, if there even is going to be a resolution or if there's going to be a tragic ending or what. But I appreciate this kind of build that we have for these characters. I like that we're getting very complicated characters, and it's just pretty brutal book. Like, I mean, it gets pretty gruesome. So this was definitely more gruesome than the first book. But I really enjoyed it. So I am going to finish this series. This is one of those trilogies that, like, it came out a while ago, and I think it's kind of underhyped now. It's one that's kind of forgotten in the midst. You want to come back up, baby? You jump down, but you can't get back up. Yeah, but I definitely think that this whole series is one that's kind of gotten forgotten, and it's actually very, very good and really well written and really well crafted. It's a darker side of an urban fantasy of witchcraft and things, black witches versus white witches, and I like that everybody's kind of bad. There's no real good. Everybody's kind of dark, you know, in it. So I'm enjoying it. I definitely want to read the final book in the series, which is Half Lost, so we'll hopefully get to that soon, at least in this year. Cool. I'm gonna wrangle some dogs and go to bed. Hello everybody, it is May 15th. I've done a lot of filming today, hence this look. We have the puppies. Puppies. This one over here is in trouble. Because, well, it's really not her fault. for some reason, my door takes an effort to latch. And apparently it wasn't latched all the way. And while I was doing my hair this morning, it apparently went open. Without, like, I put these here so I know if the door is opening, but they did not chime. And somebody decided to go have a little gander around the complex, and then Pi followed and started barking, and I was like, why does Pi's bark sound so far away from me? And I ran out and saw the door and was like, ah! But she had only gone just down one step, and my neighbors were actually watching her, and I'm kind of annoyed nobody came up because I did introduce them, so like, tell me my dog is loose, but it's fine. They kept an eye on her, and I'm happy about that. You just stayed right at the door, so you were good for that. But we are now gonna christen this house, this apartment, with curry. I'm gonna air fry some tofu to put in it, and we're gonna make some curry in this pot instead, because I don't have a big pot apparently. Hello everybody, it's a little dark, sorry. It is May 16th. I've got some sleeping dogs here. But today we finished reading The Last Graduate. Where's some better lighting? Oh gosh, The Last Graduate. See, by Naomi Novik. This is the second book in the Scholomance series. And I realized my battery's going to die, so we're gonna do this fast. This is, yeah, second book in Scholomance. I really love this series. I'm mad about the cliffhanger. I don't know how I can wait for the third book called The Golden Enclaves, which comes out later this year. I really just love Elle as a character. I think she's very interesting, with everyone always thinking that she's going to be this evil kind of wizard character, and her relationship with Orion. Orion and Elle are probably the only two characters I really care about. It is a rather large cast of characters, and I do get everybody else mixed up, so that's kind of like the one downside of this, is I don't recall most of the other characters. I get them mixed up. I don't know the differences between them all that much. I do like the magic system that we deal with this, because it does deal a lot with having to know a lot of languages, so the linguist in me really loves that. I like the world building in here, the creatures and stuff, but yes, overall I super duper like this series. I can't wait to read the third one, and this one just like leveled up from the first one. We leveled up on a lot of things, and I'm very nervous, especially with that cliffhanger. Oh my god, that cliffhanger. Rude, Naomi Novik. Rude. Okay, battery's gonna die. We're going to bed. We sleepy. Good night. Hello kitties. It is May 17th, and I wanted to take a quick little break because my new Fairy Loot adult book, I believe this is the adult book box. I mean, that's what all the boxes look like. It's not a pre-order. I don't think it's a pre-order. I don't think so. I think the only pre-order I have from Fairy Loot is Dragon's Promise, 6 Crimson Cranes. So I haven't been following anything, so I have no idea what the themes are. We're blind going into this. All right. So the theme is apparently Into the Shadows. I'm just covering the backup so I don't actually see what it is. And it's, of course, in the bag. So we see, oh, there's all the thingies. All the paper. All the paper. Here it is. Okay. So, Into the Shadows. What's this going to be? It is got some black sprayed edges. Whoa! It's Book of Night! Oh no. Oh no, am I gonna get 2 copies of this then? I think I pre-ordered Book of Night through Owl Crate as well. Whoopsies! But it's beautiful. Let's move this. Yeah, cool. We've got this beautiful edition here with some foiling. Oh, all the way to the back. All the way to the back. And on the back side, we say there'd always been something wrong with Charlie Hall. Crooked from the day she was born, never met a bad decision she wasn't willing to double down on. Had fingers made for picking pockets, a tongue for lying, and a shriveled cherry pit for a heart. So we've got the black sprayed edges. We've got some art here. I like that that is a plus size girl. I'm happy to see that. And we have this guy on the back here. What else we got going on? Anything else? I mean, it is signed. If you can see it. It's signed. Very nice. Cool. I'm just seeing if there's art or anything in here. Ooh, what was that? There was something I just flipped. Oh, we have a ribbon bookmark as well. So that's lovely. All right. We might have 2 copies of Book at Night coming because I definitely pre-ordered through Owl Crate. So we can do a little who did it better moment. I know Owl Crate's also going to have black sprayed edges. So, and they are also going to have foil stamping and stuff. So I don't know, but woohoo, Book of Night. I'm excited to read it. I just wasn't planning on getting 2 copies. I wonder if I can cancel it in time so I can get my money back. That'd be nice. What? Did you need to say something?
What? I turned on the camera to talk about a book, guys. Hi.
Anyway, hi. It's May 20th. I'm working from home today, but I forgot to review this book that I finished yesterday, which was not on the TBR. It's just one that dropped, and so I read it. It was the final Elizabeth Lim book that I have on my shelf, but we have So This Is Love. This is one of the Twisted Tales. I believe this is the 9th book in it. I'm reading them all out of order. You don't have to read them in order. That's the beauty of them. But we have indeed read this one now. I liked it. It's not my favorite Elizabeth Lim. I'm still obsessed with Six Crimson Cranes, and I love Spin the Dawn duology, and yeah. I love me my Elizabeth Lim. I'm also just like not usually a fan of Cinderella, but I did really like this version of it. There's something about these series, this whole experiment in the what ifs, the twisted tales, that kind of make them better movies. And so this one involves Cinderella not being found by the prince at the end of the movie, basically, and what would have happened to her, and then, you know, her journey forward. You know, a lot of these give agency, a lot more agency to the characters, which is what I really like, because the original princesses of Disney are not really my favorite princesses, mostly because they don't actually have a lot of agency. There's not a lot explored with them. But I don't hate Cinderella, she's just not one of my favorites. It's not like I hate Snow White. And even that Twisted Tale did not save Snow White for me. But Cinderella, this was really good because I like her, you know, understanding that, like, yeah, she had a great time and stuff, but she's not meant for that life. And, you know, now she's really got to go on her own, because in this version, after everything goes down with stepmother actually tries to sell her. She escapes, and now it's on her own, and meets a new friend and ends up working in the palace. And things ensue. But I really liked that we got to see more of Cinderella and her personality, and, you know, her journey and understanding. And she's, you know, the way that a lot of people regard Cinderella as being, you know, oh, she just wants to have a prince or whatever and have a guy save her. And it's like, that wasn't actually what happened originally. That's if you're like stripping away a lot of what happened in the story. Anyway, girl just wanted a party. But this shows a bit more growth between both characters and understanding each other more and why they're a good fit for each other. Even though they don't interact a whole lot in this is definitely more Cinderella discovering who she is, discovering her strength as a person when she's at her lowest moments, and I really enjoy that. I am kind of sad we don't really get the mice, though. Like, Gus and them are featured in the beginning, but we don't have them continue. Bruno takes a lot more of a center stage as the animal companion, but even then, not as much. But that's fine, whatever, because this is all Cinderella's story. And I liked that, you know, her personality, her characteristics are what both weaken her and also, what's the word, uplift her in the eyes of others as well. So that's really, really nice. And I really like it. It was predictable, like in the plot. It wasn't hard to figure out, but that didn't really take away anything from it. So I did give this one 4 stars. I did really like it. It's on the upper scale of my favorites of the Twisted Tales. I do think Reflection's still my favorite one because that was just like so good. It was so crazy. I just love that one. So, which was also, that was also Elizabeth Lim, right? So no surprise there. My love of Elizabeth Lim. But this is the last one I own of an Elizabeth Lim, and so girl, get writing. I mean, I know you have Dragon's Promise coming out, but that's not till the end of the year, and I don't know how long I can wait. Anyway, okay, we're gonna get back to work right now. I just wanted to take a quick break to tell you about So This Is Love, and now we can get back onto the TBR. We've done a thing, just like we did in March, where a bunch of books dropped. That's what's happened to us here, but we're starting other ones now. So, and I also forgot to add that I released a little thing that says if anybody can guess how many boxes of books I had to move, would get to put a book on the TBR. And a lot of people did not guess it, and then some people got pretty close, but then it was Hala who actually guessed what it was. And if you don't know, that answer was 41. And so she decided to also put a Twisted Tale on my TBR, which is What Once Was Mine by Liz Braswell, which is another Twisted Tale. This is Rapunzel's, obviously. And that's what if Rapunzel's mother drank a potion from the wrong flower. So I haven't started this yet. It will be a physical read because I don't have an audiobook for it. I did read those So This Is Love as audiobook. But that has been added to the already massive TBR that I've read 2 whole books from. I've read 2 books on the actual TBR so month, and it's May 20th. I'm in danger. What are we doing? What are we doing? What? Hi. Did you need something? Did you need to? What do you want? It's nap time for dogs. It's nap times. Or it's kiss times. Arr. Har, har. 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 Dogs. I'd just like it to be known that it is May 20th, and this is some bullshit here. We're supposed to get a lot of snow. We're not happy about this. This is all we can do. We're not capable of going out at all. We just lay here in a deep depression over the fact that it's cold and snowy, right? Oh, look at her struggle. Look at this. We can't even move. We can't do anything. What the heck? We can't go for walks or anything. This is so stupid snow. What? I know, Pai. It's very upsetting. Lucy, your thoughts? Thank you. Hello, everybody. It is May 21st. I had to check on that one. We have just finished reading Cattails, which was the indie book pick of the month. It is an anthology of stories ranging in genre, but all about cats. And Lena is also featured in this one, and I can honestly say Lena's story is the best one in this. It's the only one that I'm like truly remembering. There were a lot of stories in here. There's a couple I do remember, but I don't remember them for good things. So everything just basically had to have a theme of cat in some way. And some stories I'm like, I didn't get it. I didn't get how this got into this anthology. Other ones were fine, but I didn't really find a story in here other than Lena's and maybe a couple others that I was like, okay, this is a good story. Some of them I was just like, what even is this? And it was so short that it was over before you could understand any part of it. So there were quite a few authors all on that. It took me a while to get through. Despite this not being that big of a book, it took me a while to get through it. I'm really behind on the TBR this month. But we finished the indie book. we're fine. We did the indie book. I'll probably give it, you know, 3 stars. Just, there were some that are good, some that are not great at all, and a lot of kind of not memorable ones. But, you know, if you're a cat person, you'll probably like this a lot. I think this would have done better without so many stories in it, honestly, because a lot of them use the same theme or the same kind of plot devices, a lot of same settings. There was a lot of like cats in the military kind of thing. There was a lot of kind of furriness happening in this, and there was a lot of like using Egyptian mythology with Bast and stuff. So I would have liked a lot more variety in it with this anthology, just because, you know, your theme is cats, which means you can do a lot with that, and I felt like there just wasn't as much variety, and so a lot of the stories really just blended together, and so I couldn't tell who was who at any point, aside for a few. Anyway, I finished it. We'll probably do a little live show for it eventually, but yeah, we've done it. I'm trying to get through this TBR. I wanted to finish a lot of other things today, but I just had low energy today in general. But yeah, there we go. We put it on the shelf, which means we pick our next physical read. So likely I have like the Royal I do have it on ebook. Well, I don't have it because it's waiting. I don't know if it's gonna drop in time. I do have to read the Immortal Rules. I'll probably pick this one up next. But we also have added to the list What Once Was Mine, because Hala guessed the number of boxes of books that I had to move. And then she could pick a book for my TBR, and you know, Hala loves the Twisted Tales, so, which I've already read one Twisted Tale this month. The rest I should be able to get done. I've been reading In the Shadow of Blackbirds only before work, so it's taking me a while to get through it. And I'm almost done with A Great and Terrible Beauty, and I will move on to Babysitter's Coven sequel after that, and then we'll move on to Cartographers. But we have a lot to do. Granted, I have a trip, which means I have airport time, so in theory I will get more stuff done, but we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books to finish, and we're busy tomorrow with fun stuff, but we're busy, so there you go. Hello everybody, it is May 22nd, and I have just finished listening to A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray. And so this is a historical fantasy paranormal-ish thing with our main character Gemma, whose mother dies, is murdered, and Gemma starts experiencing visions and kind of this other world and premonitions and things. So, but she gets sent away to a boarding school or finishing school for ladies, and and she's been living in India this whole time. I think it's India that she's been living in. But yeah, so she goes back and starts school there, has a rough start, but then eventually makes friends with some of the girls, and they all kind of get wrapped up in this other world that they're now getting transported to, and trying to break free of the bindings that their lives are constricted by. And it's good. It's definitely not as good as The Diviners. Diviners is supreme. It's one of my all-time favorite books. But I did enjoy this. There were parts where I kind of lost my connection to it, but overall it was really good. The ending of this one and the good twists in it were very, very awesome. And there's 2 more books in the series, so I'm intrigued to see where this goes. It does have a very tragic ending in this one, so be prepared for that. I kind of had a feeling, but I was hoping otherwise. But yeah, there's A Great and Terrible Beauty. It's good. This was one of the 22 of 2022 that I needed to read, as well as just being on this TBR, so that is done, and we have more to continue. Getting through this TBR. We're low and on time, but okay. Hello cuties. It's May 31st. This vlog is going to be mostly just book reviews because in May we have the moving vlog, and we're also going to have the visiting Misha vlog, so it's a little weird. But I've also been very, very bad about filming when I finished a book. Granted, during this trip to see Misha, I did finish 5 books. I literally just finished one. So to recap all the stuff that I've read, you can see the stack. I'm also very sleepy. I literally got back today. You'll see more of that in the vlog. Anyway, so the first one we finished was In the Shadow of Blackbirds by Kat Winters. This was my punishment book, where it was also a family pick. So my sister picked this one because she really liked the font. But yes, so I was only allowed to read this before work, which is why it took me a long time to get through it. And this is a historical paranormal story, and it deals with both the Spanish influenza epidemic and World War I at this time. And we have our main character, Mary Shelley Black, here. No relation to actual Mary Shelley. It's the mom really liked the author and named her after it. Anyway, her sweetheart has gone off to war, and her father has also been arrested for like harboring men from the draft, basically. And so she's moved now to San Francisco with her aunt, to move in with her aunt during this time, and reconnects with the family of her sweetheart, and who is presumed dead. But his half-brother is doing spirit photography and kind of taking advantage of people. And she's not about it. She hates him. He's a dick. And I'm really glad that we did not go the route of like falling in love for the dick. We did not do that. Good, because he was an asshole. But she gets kind of wrapped up in, she's very scientifically minded, so she doesn't believe it's happening. But then she has her own kind of near-death experience and starts to experience spiritual things and questions a lot of what she knows about science and her connection to her deceased sweetheart. And it's a very interesting take on a bunch of different angles of this time period that you don't see a lot in historical fiction. Most historical fiction, I would say, predominantly takes place during World War II or the Regency period. I would say those are probably the top 2 time periods. I mean, yes, there are World War I's, but not a lot of them tackling the epidemic. I think it was so timely, though, because this book came out... When did this book come out? 2013. This came out 2013. And it's amazing the parallels as we now live in this pandemic and dealing with anti-maskers and stuff. That's one of the fun things with the asshole brother. He's an anti-masker kind of guy. And some of the arguments they make, I'm just like, oh, I hate you so much. But we're dealing with this and all of the ways that people are now paranoid about it and freaking out about it and what they do to prevent it and stuff. Like, it's very, very interesting. I'm surprised we don't have onion recipes, because apparently the thing that really helped with the Spanish flu is onions. So maybe that's what we need for COVID. Eat a shit ton of onions. But I like this. It's kind of tragic in it. I was really holding out for a different ending, but I'm not mad about the ending. I'm just not a huge happy fan of how this one goes. And I did call the twist pretty early on in dealing with the twist. I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't read it. But I do think a lot of people will like it. I get why this has an award on it. I get why this book is pretty hyped up. And I enjoy this. I will say I enjoyed this one more than Odd and True, which I've also read by Kat Winters. So I do have I have 2 more Kat Winters books, I think. No, I have one that I own and one that I want to own. So I have The Cure for Dreaming, which I think is also set in the same kind of time period. And then a Raven's Tale or something? Raven's Tale is the other book that I want to own but don't own. So anyway, there's that. Okay, next up we continue the series. We have now read the second book in the Babysitter's Coven. This is For Better or Cursed by Kate Williams. So the Babysitter's Coven, the first book of it was cute. Again, it wasn't like spectacular or anything, but it was fun. You know, it was a fun little homage to things like Buffy and to a lot of, like, because the main character is very into kind of classic things. She's a little bit, I'm not like other girls, she's a little bit that way, especially with her fashion. That was one thing I did enjoy though, is because she like combines all of these different parts of her outfit to create an outfit that has a title. I think one of them, like in the last book, was like Lydia Dietz goes to the beach and stuff, and so they all have like a theme to them, so I do enjoy that. With this one though, I just didn't connect as much as the first one. It was still fine, it was still fun. I just got annoyed by it, and then there's a thing that happens, and I know the thing is gonna be okay based on how this went, but there is a theorized dog death. A dog gets thrown off a building. And so that freaked me the hell out. I did not expect that. However, the dog's body is never found, and therefore I am fairly certain the dog has traveled to an alternate dimension and is possibly not even an actual dog and is going to be returning to us in the third book. And that's really the only reason I want to read the third book, is because I want to make sure the dog is okay. It was weird because the first book I read physically and then I read it on the audiobook. The voices for this, I did not picture, especially for, what's her face? Not as Cassandra. So it stars Esme and Cassandra are the two sitters. And in this one there is a summit where all the sitters around the world are getting together and stuff. And I kind of hated one of the sitters being just so freaking privileged and shit, like, and she didn't really do much, so it was weird. But Cassandra's voice was just like too perky, high-pitched, and I always pictured Cassandra as much more that deeper voice, goth, emo-y kind of girl. And I've also, like, in the first book there is a character who is kind of being used by the villain and now has no memory of doing that and still lives day to day, and the way they kind of treat him I'm not a fan of, because it just, I'm icked by it a little bit, so there's that. But anyway, I don't know. I'm about this one. Kind of wish it was better, but I will attempt to acquire the third book because I need to make sure that Pig is okay. Pig is the name of the dog. Next up, we read The Immortal Rules by Julie Kagawa. So this is now my third new series by Julie Kagawa. So she is the author of the Iron Face series as well as Shadow of the Fox trilogy. This was a TBR bag pick. The Babysitter's Coven was a color pick. So all these icons that we hit first here. Anyway, so this is a vampire story where we have the kind of post-apocalyptic world where vampires rule, and there's this kind of sanctuary area where our main character is living as an unregistered human, because all humans should be registered to their vampire lord for drinking of the bloods. But she has evaded that with a large group of other people, and they go out because she has found a massive stash of food and brings her crew there, but unfortunately they get attacked by horrible vampires, and there's two types of vampires in this one as well. We have rabbids and we have just regular vampires. And there was also this plague, which is kind of why the rabbids exist. But she gets attacked and is almost dead when another vampire comes and it makes her a vampire. And now she's trying to cope with that and deal with living that way. She is trained by him, and then they are separated, and she ends up traveling with this crowd of humans who are trying to find this vampire-free sanctuary Eden place. And so she tags along while holding her secret, so you know that's gonna get revealed. And of course she starts falling in love with the boy who's very anti-vampire, you know. It's very, when was this one done? This was also like 2010 or something. I read a lot of early 20-somethings in this one. 2012, this was a 2012. It's fits. It fits that time period of publishing and what we were getting. I didn't hate it though. Like, there's something about Julie Kagawa and the way that she writes these characters that even with, when you like simplify the plot, it's like, okay, that's like every other paranormal YA romance or whatever, but it's not, because she has very unique characters and very well constructed three-dimensional characters that you can't help but kind of root for, and a very intricate plot that is more layered than I'm doing it justice right now, trying to explain it to you. So I did enjoy this one. I think it maybe went on a little bit too long for what was happening, but by the end of it, I'm like, okay, that's a good twist. Let's see where this goes. But I do not own the second book yet, so need to acquire the Eternity Cure, I believe is the second book. Next up, so this one was not originally on the TBR, but I did my little thing where I was like, hey, whoever guesses how many boxes of books I had to move gets to put a book on my TBR. Now, this was a bad decision on my part because I did not finish my TBR this month. But on the other side, it was a good decision because I continued a series and I read a book that I wanted to read for a while. But Hala was the one to guess it, and so she put What Once Was Mine by Liz Braswell. So this is now 2 Twisted Tales this month. This is the Tangled retelling where instead of Rapunzel's mom drinking the Sundrop flower, she drinks the Moondrop flower, and so now she has silver hair and powers of death. It's a very interesting take on this. Now, the other thing about this book is it reads kind of like The Princess Bride, because we go back and forth between a brother and sister who are at a hospital. So the sister has cancer and the brother is sick of watching Tangled and reading Tangled to his sister who fucking loves Tangled, and like, girl, I get it because I love Tangled. But he's like, what if I change the story up? And she's like, okay, sure. And so he's making up this story to entertain her in the hospital the whole time. So I don't necessarily feel it was necessary. It wasn't my favorite method of storytelling. I think we could have just, because none of the other books do this, so it was kind of a little bit weird that way. However, if you read the author's note, Liz Braswell's sister also had cancer, and hair is a big, you know, part of cancer with hair loss and stuff. And I get what Liz Braswell was doing with now. So even though it's like, I didn't really enjoy it, I get its purpose, and I can appreciate its purpose. That being said, I did like this. I liked our added characters. I really did enjoy the twist and this other form of magic with the Moondrop flower and this other method of showing the abuse that Rapunzel goes through. I do wish Gothel had a lot more to do because the brother is very into history, so he brings in Elizabeth Bathory, which he brings in like the version of Bathory that everybody knows. And I read a nonfiction book more about Elizabeth Bathory and how she was probably like framed for a lot of stuff, and you know, because she was a woman with power. So I don't know, it's like that. I can't trust history when it's written by the men folk. It was interesting in that twist. I was also a little bit unsure of how I felt about the adaptation of Flynn in this, because he's still Flynn Rider, he's still Eugene, but I felt like he fell a little too fast in love with Rapunzel, which is one of the things I really like about Tangled, is they have a very slow burn. They kind of have this obligatory relationship and then become kind of friends into the lovers thing, and I feel like that pacing was just a little bit fast in this, but I'm still not mad about it because they're one of my favorite couples, so it's fine. But yeah, that was just one thing I was like, okay. But overall, I still like this. It's probably one of my top of the Twisted Tales. Reflection is still #1 for me, but it did not surpass Reflection. Nothing has surpassed Reflection yet. Maybe one day I will do a ranking of these ones once I finish reading them, because I still have a bunch to read and there's always more coming out. So when will that stop? I don't know, but I know I have at least 2 more on my shelf that I can read. Okay, last book that I literally just finished, we have The Cartographers, and this one was a new author. That was the guard for it. This is also a new release that came out this year. And this is kind of a mystery with a little sprinkle of magical realism in it. And it was okay. I wasn't really into it. I'm kind of disappointed. I wanted to be into this because I thought, oh, it's going to be about maps and a library and stuff. And I kind of wish there had been more technical stuff about it, like in the creation of maps and in the study of maps. I wish there had been a little bit more of that. Whereas this story is told in a very interesting way, where we're with our main character, Nell, who is a cartographer, but her career was destroyed by her father after a big argument that they had, and then her father is murdered. And so she's trying to figure out what happened and why he saved this roadside, like, convenience store map, and that was the cause of their fight. And people keep turning up dead with everyone she's talking to. Anyone connected to this map is turning up dead. But it involves, like, this old group of friends, and so the POV shifts every time that Nell is, like, talking to someone, getting information about, like, her own past and the past for her parents. It shifts to them, and it's told in a way that, like, they're telling it to you, the reader, so you become the you that they're mentioning. So that was an interesting method of storytelling. I wasn't really into this. I really wish I'd been. I still give it, like, probably 3 stars. I think it really doesn't pick up until the ending when everything's going crazy and the magical realism part, because for the longest time, like, I categorized this as magical realism, but you know, like 90% of the book, I'm like, where is the magical realism in this? I'm not finding it, and not until the very, very end. Also, like, it deals with some more adult themes that I'm not a fan of, and I don't connect with ever anyway, so I feel like I'm not its audience, and I wish I liked it more. Oh, I just noticed cool. Okay, so maybe I should have physically read this, because there are actual maps involved in this. Yeah, there's a few more in here. Maybe I just shouldn't have listened to it. It was a full cast recording, so that was fine. And it has a bunch of my favorite narrators. So there was Emily Wu Zeller, Nancy Wu, Brittany Presley are those are names that I recognize and was like, I know those voices. And I enjoy those voices a lot, especially Emily Wu Zeller. So yeah, I just, we kind of mid our way through the end of the month. But the one book I did not finish was The Royal We, and this was another TBR bag pick. So this automatically goes over to June, when I have whatever-a-thon going on, which I picked 16 books. I also have the Guild-a-thon / Finish a Theory Series-a-thon. I'm not sure what its new official title is, but I had to add a book for that one. So I had 17 books, now I have 18 books, and also Well of Ascension just dropped, so now I have this many books. There's so many books. What have I done? I'm never gonna not have a punishment. But it's fun. We have to also quickly determine a punishment. So I did spin for a punishment on the TBR game, which was once again reading only before I worked. So what I'm going to do is random number generate 1 through 18. So this is going to be book 18. The other book I've added is going to be 17, and these are 1 through 16. So let's just, hey Siri, randomly generate a number between 1 and 18.
A random number between 1 and 18 is 6.
6. Okay, well, it's a physical read, so fuck me up. Alright. Alright, this is great. This is great. And it's kind of big. So the book that's become the punishment is also my jungle setting book we have is Tiger Moon by Antonia Michaelis. So I am only allowed to read this before work. So we're gonna start that tomorrow. We're gonna get up early tomorrow just so I can get that punishment done with. But yes. Great. There we go. Okay. That's the May vlog. The May vlog is mostly book reviews, I think. See you next time for the June vlog. Put all your questions and comments down below. I don't know why I always do this when I start doing my outro. I just start like, you know, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm so tired. I need to go to bed. I have to work tomorrow. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Okay, we're going to bed. Peace. The comments down below, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter. Check out my Ko-fi page if you want to support me as a content creator. I would super appreciate it. There's been a lot of expenses going on in my life and I could definitely use a little help there. Cool. All right, I'm going away now. Bye. Nope.
I don't like this for some reason.
That's a bad one. Next up, we read physically The Immortal Rules by blah, blah, blah.